Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
The name's Nukem, Duke Nukem, and you're watching the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. I don't know why, but you are.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. I'm AJ. We got James and Will. We'll get to them in just a second. But we have one hell of a night of nerds talking about basically Spider-Man, a little bit of horror, separate video after this. But we got a lot of stuff going on, and we are basically going to start right with Into the Spider-Verse. And to basically bring us into the Spider-Verse, we got to go to our resident Spider-Man, James. James, how you doing, my friend?
Wait, who's Spider-Man? I'm not Spider-Man. It says I'm not Spider-Man.
What? I thought you were Spider-Man.
It says right there in the quotations, I'm not Spider-Man.
You prepared further than I did for this one. Well, what's up, pal? How you doing?
Spider-Man?
Doing good.
Right? I thought it was him too.
Everything I know is a lie.
It's like saying I'm not Daredevil, but wearing a shirt that says I'm not Daredevil. I mean, like...
Everything is a lie.
Yeah, but you're not blind. You can't be Daredevil.
Not yet, at least.
Will, what's up, dude? I hear you got a lot coming down on your plate.
In what regard?
What we're doing tomorrow night.
Yes.
What are we doing tomorrow night?
I don't do good, because then if I do good, then I'm gonna have to get good. That's a problem.
I mean, you basically told me it's gonna be Magic, but with Disney cards, which everybody for everybody watching at home, it's called Arcana.
Lorcana.
And
you're close. You were close though. I'll give that to you. Like you were right there.
It's Magic the Gathering with Disney characters.
Except it's in reverse, because it's not like you're trying to get your opponent's life total to 0. You're trying to get your number to 20.
Interesting, very interesting. But let's get
I'll
right.
Give you a quick crash course tomorrow.
Oh, I'm gonna need a couple of those crash courses. But
well, I sent you videos, so
you did. But I work better with hands-on doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Those videos suck.
See, even she said it. But let's get right into it. James, let's hear your review of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Go.
So this was actually a really great and a brand new way to introduce people into Miles Morales, and I actually really like that this was a very casual for younger fans and older fans of the Spider-Man franchise to get into, and I think it was phenomenal. Also, soundtrack is 10 out of 10 too. I've listened to that on repeat way too many times.
You got anything for that, Will? Like, I want to hear what you have to say, but anything off of what James just threw out there.
This was the best Spider-Man movie, like, ever.
Like live action and animation?
In my opinion.
Really? Okay. Well, have you seen Across yet? Because you do have access to it.
I have not yet. I was waiting. I'm waiting.
Oh, well, you got a week. You literally have a week from like right now to watch it.
Oh, don't worry. I'll get there. I'll get there. I'm ready. I'm waiting.
It's so good. I can't wait to talk about it.
Sorry.
But, well, let's hear your review. It's the best Spider-Man movie. What else?
It was just very unorthodox from typical sorry, I'm reading something. From typical like Spider-Man movies. It was just such a different aspect.
Mm-hmm.
I liked all the characters. I liked seeing all the different Spider-Men from like all the other comic series. And the fact that they were pretty on point with like some of the things that actually go down in their comics.
Can I just? I'm only going to interject this one thing about Into the Spider-Verse because it's the only part that I care about. Spider Pig, and now the Homer Simpson song makes freaking sense.
Why'd you do that? Why did you do that? Now that's stuck in my head.
I'm not gonna. I thought you
I
were saying.
can't with you.
This is why I haven't watched it because you will hate all of my jokes.
I'll watch it with you. I might hate your
What do you
jokes,
mean?
but I
I've
make
been
worse
trying
ones.
Excuse you. I have been begging for you to watch this goddamn movie, and you keep going, I don't want to.
What's going on, Justin? He goes, Spider Pig, Spider Pig.
Spider Pig does
Not gonna
whatever
lie.
Spider Pig does
You guys
Yeah.
are
I really just gonna say.
from a web. No, he can't. He's a pig. Look out! He is the spider.
Can't believe you guys just did the whole thing.
I thought she was about to say Spider Bells for a moment. I'm like, yo, that is like an annual Christmas song I play too.
So, here's my 2 cents for the movie. I love that we're getting a Miles Morales because after Spider-Man 2018, after seeing him in some of the cartoons, who is wonderfully played by the person right behind James. But I love how they did it in this movie because all the different layers of animation going into one movie, they basically 24 frames per second movied it, like old-fashioned movied it, to slow it down to make it look the way it did. I love how a lot of the other Spider-Man coming into this universe kept their own animation style on top of Earth 618, something like that. And how there are slight differences in the world of that New York. Like instead of NYPD, it was PDNY. Instead of the New York Yankees, it was the New York Red Sox. And so for some god-awful reason, a basketball player, Blake Griffin, plays for the New York Red Sox. So a lot of the stuff is a little bit different. But it keeps the same overall story, but it really rips your heart out, mostly because Peter dies, and Miles is basically thrown into I'm Spider-Man without him not knowing how to be Spider-Man. And then when Peter B. Parker shows up, a different universe of Spider-Man, and is trying to put Miles under his wing, and to the point where protecting him leads to him being wrapped up in a chair. You know, you really start to feel for Miles, and then Prowler dies, which is his uncle, Aaron Davis. And then just Kingpin is such a good villain in this movie. Justin, what's up, dude? I just saw that message. What's up, pal? It just, I don't want to say it rips out your heart the way Peter goes, but there's just so much in this movie emotion-wise that you're just along for the ride. And let's get into it. Susie loves Spider-Ham. James, who's your favorite Spider-Man in this movie?
Other than Miles, it's Cage himself.
Yes! I just banged my arm. Ow! Ow! Yes, it's Cousin Cage for me as well. I love it when he had the Rubik's Cube. I was like, I don't know what this is, but I'm keeping it.
Colorful. I'm taking it back with me.
So this is blue. No, that's green. Will, who's your favorite not Miles Morales Spider-Man?
Penny, actually.
I knew
That
it.
explains a lot. I should have guessed that one. Is it the anime?
No, actually. It is about it's actually about a storyline
Is
that
it really?
happens. Yeah, there's
Are we really
a
talking about
storyline that happens. So, we could talk about it more next week, but you will see there is a drastic change in Penny between the two movies, and the thing that happens is the reason why Penny is my favorite Spider. The amount of suffering she had to go through was insane.
Oh boy, I can't wait to talk about that, which I'm
Yeah.
probably going to end up watching Across the Spider-Verse again. Because a lot of
Might
shit
as well
happens
watch
in that.
Evangelion at that point.
Dun, 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 dun. Go, Penny, get in the robot. Your parents love you. Get in the robot.
Oh shit. But overall, does anybody have any final thoughts before we wrap it up? You know, I'm excited for next week to talk about Across the Spider-Verse. It's been fun. Who's your favorite villain in this? Is it Kingpin? Because there's multiple.
Well, it's like Kingpin's like the main villain, and really, like, to be honest, there's not a lot of other villains that show up besides like Prowler. Really, Prowler and Doc Ock are like kind of the only other two I like really count, because like I don't think Goblin really like matters there.
I mean,
That's
he
just
got
me.
the battle royale kill on Peter at the beginning, so
He
too soon.
does, but you basically get the whole rogues gallery. Justin says Kingpin was epic. He kills our Spider-Man, which he does. But
Tombstone.
there's Tombstone. There's I think you see Green Goblin for a very short bit. You see oh god, the
Goblin's in the
Scorpion.
beginning.
You see the Scorpion when he gets
Oh,
an
yeah.
anvil dropped onto his head.
He's actually in the battle there. All right, you're right. You're right. That counts. All right.
I enjoyed it.
He was there long enough. It's just like a lot of the other villains, for the most part, weren't even really around for a substantial amount of time to even like to feel like they mattered. Besides, like, in my opinion, Octavia and Prowler.
James, who are you looking at?
No, I was going through the list of all the villains' names, and I'm just like, damn, what the hell was your name? The guy with the giant forehead that was blue. I'm like, oh, Tombstone, that's it. Big head.
He's a dick in the game. He's a huge dick in the game and a pain in the ass. So Tombstone for you? What about Tombstone? Because you really don't see him a lot.
So he's been my favorite since the animated series, only because that one time, like, he left a really big impression when Peter's like, oh, you're just a comic thug. I could take you. And then he two-pieced the shit out of him with a biscuit, and Peter learned the hard way. That Tombstone is going out the fuck way. And ever since then, I'm just like, yo, every time I see Tombstone, I'm like, don't fuck with that, man. Like, he is very just, I won't start something unless you come at me. And then at that moment, you better either pray to whoever you believe in or have the right hands to fight me, because you're going to hurt.
Yeah, I kind of want to go with Doc Ock because that was a little bit of a swerve.
Wait, you're not friends with her? You don't call her Liv?
Well, that's the thing. That was the funny part. But I wasn't expecting to see Doc Ock. I was expecting to see like a male version of Doc Ock, but realizing we're in a different universe, that anything can happen.
Okay, so the funniest part with Ock is the fact of when they're doing the raid on Aunt May's house, the fact that May calls her Liv, where Octavia was like my friends call me Liv at the laboratory. The fact that May calls her Liv.
Doc Ock.
What are they?
Liv.
What are they in a book club together?
They were probably
I don't know.
friends.
That's funny. I didn't realize that, Will. Damn it! And I just finished watching it like 15 minutes before we started.
Yeah, get
recording.
bodied.
Well, I think that's gonna do it. A quick episode from us. We want to hear from you guys in the comments section. What's your favorite part of Into the Spider-Verse? Who's your favorite character, favorite villain, and what overall arching story did you want to see more of, or could you have seen more of and would have been happy? James, you have anything else?
Nothing really. I was just gonna say, when you go to watch the movie again, put it in subtitles, because while the Scorpions, like, he translates something really bad in Spanish, and you see Scorpion kind of come like, that's not combat, but okay, kid.
Will, anything from you, my friend?
The movie's good. If you haven't watched it yet, like, get off your ass and watch it.
It's on Hulu. If you're okay with commercials, it's on Hulu. So go watch it.
Watch it again.
And before we close up shop and we hear from our friend Rob Paulson, that background you guys see, James, great job, my friend. Great job. That is one of my favorite shots in the movie when he's doing the backflip off the skyscraper. It is such an amazing shot, and it really feels like everything else was moving so much faster, and he was just calm being Spider-Man. And he was like, I can do this.
It's that leap of faith.
It very much is, and we're gonna send it over to Rob Paulson for my exit real fast.
Hey, you guys, this is 625 here from Lilo and Stitch. Some people think of me as AJ Coppola. I don't care. Just follow me on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, Twitch at NDTA Jalistar15, and Xbox and PSN at AJ Allstar 15. I should have said AJ Allstar, but I'm a sandwich maker. What the hell do I know? Do yourself a favor. Go get yourself a hot fudge marshmallow tuna fish and ham sandwich. All right? Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
All right, everybody, thank you for tuning in. We'll be back in just about a half hour, maybe a little bit longer than a half hour. We're talking to Carissa Grant, a horror comic book writer, and I'm excited for that, especially because, you know, I don't do well with horror, but comic books, completely different story, so.
Horror baby, horror baby.
What did your wife just say?
Oh, she's like, it's not even horror.
Yeah, but there's a lot of gore. There was a lot of gore. A lot of
Ghostbusters on steroids.
Who are you gonna call?
You know?
Ghostbusters.
I hate that you just said that, because I can see it. All right, everybody, we'll be back in about 45 minutes. Tune back into the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast for it. We'll see you there.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.